on?
Jim Slick from Slick Audio. We manufacture PCs for audio recording. So they are Windows 10 based machines, and they are 110% dedicated to audio production. And here we have our two smallest computers. This one is running right now, so I'll talk about that. That is our M570, and it's running Thunderbolt 3, multiple Thunderbolt 3s. We can do up to 6 monitors, and it's a 4-core i7, 32 gig of RAM. We can do up to 4 terabytes of SSD. Up on the screen here, we're actually running PreSonus Studio 1.4, which is a new one, and that little guy, that computer I showed you, is running 424 tracks, 520 active plugins, and 24 active VIs. So, for electronic music creation, for any kind of music creation for that matter, that little guy is powerful enough to handle just about any session that you can throw at it. So if that's our smallest machines, you can imagine what our big monster machines do, or even like this laptop here, which is actually a 6-core i7 with 64 gig of RAM and 8 terabytes of SSD in it. What we care about is making a super quality machine dedicated for audio, super fast and super reliable. I've got another company, an IT company, I've been in it for 36 years, and we do surgery centers, and mission critical, cannot go down ever. So these machines are based off of that premise that when you're recording and you're getting the best take of your life, you don't ever want that machine to choke or fall apart right after that take is done.
I'm going to jump in and ask you about the role of computers in music education.
Music education is huge. We, as a society globally, I think have left the arts fall away, fall into the trash can, if you will, and it's a shame because it is a balanced individual is one who is not just getting, the reading, writing, arithmetic. I'm an electrical engineer, so I get it, but I also had music education, and I so firmly believe in that you have to have it. So the role of computers, obviously, is you're doing a couple of things. You're giving an affordable chance, for a student to be able to come in and learn not just how to record, they're learning how the technology works, and at the same time, maybe have somebody that can't, isn't quite, I hate to use this term, but talented enough to learn an instrument or even have the time for the proficiency, but they can still create music. Electronic music is every bit as important. It's still another music. It's another genre of music. Whether it's metal or prog or hip hop or rap or whatever your thing is, dubstep. So this is now the role of computers today. I think is really adding so many more dimensions. Think of it as a 3D chess game. It's adding levels of depth to the amount of music that can be created.
How do you think we can encourage more music education in terms of an interest in technology amongst both genders?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one thing that we are sorely lacking. Yet we see a lot of male boys, in look around, in the NAMM show, and it's a shame because there are so many talented females, and ladies, get out here, get to these shows, show us what you can do, because I know you can.
Do you think they have some kind of mental obstacle about the whole idea of technology? Do you think they need more role models, or do you think they just need an interest?
I think it's a mix. I think first and foremost, you talked about the education and having that as part of it. If we can get them some music education at, let's say, even grade school level, I think they're going to be more comfortable with the technology, and therefore they're going to be more comfortable with introducing that tech out into the world. And I think the second thing is, role models definitely play a part in that, but a role model, male or female, I mean, you could be a male and have a female role model to want to go, and it can happen, and it should happen vice versa as well. We're human, I don't think it should be segregated into, male band, female band. I always got angry at that because it's music. So the point that I like to see is, don't be afraid to come out and show us what you're capable of doing. And if you have an idea for a song and you're, you know, and you're good at it, show the world. Don't be afraid of it. And if you don't know the deck, don't be afraid to ask. There's nobody that's going to yell and say, "Oh, you're a girl. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not telling you." You know, I mean, that's ridiculous.
What do you think about wearable version of your synthesizer or your guitar?
That'd be cool.
Actually wearing your musical instrument. I know it requires probably a new approach. You have to study how to play it again. But do you think that would ever happen?
It will. I'm actually a sci-fi nerd too, so I watch Science Channel a lot, and I actually did see a demo of a guy that was wearing a suit, and he had, you know, sensors all over the suit and was actually playing, you know, virtual instruments through a DAW, and I was fascinated by it. So I think you're going to see that happen.
You mentioned something earlier about the processor speed being a hindrance to that kind of possibility for the time being.
We have the processor speeds available. We don't have the battery capacity, and we don't have the heat dissipation, because those processor speeds, the faster you make a processor go, the more cores of processing power to be able to do some of these things. Therein lies the problem. So, you know, okay, so let's just say I have to wear a wristwatch-sized device, computer. Right now, it would burn your arm off. You have to keep them cool. I think there's going to be levels of, I hate to use the word superconductor technology, because that's obviously requires liquid nitrogen and all kinds of funky, super cold stuff that should never touch your skin. But I think you're going to see some form of liquid cooling where the chips are actually submerged in it, and it's sealed, hermetically sealed. When that happens, I think that reality is going to explode. And I don't think we're too far off. I'd say 5 to 7 years, and I think you're going to see that.
Do you think we'll then have to go Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or some other form of wireless connectivity?
Wireless is improving every 2 to 3 years. There's a major improvement in wireless technology. As I'm not a big fan of it, because I live on the IT side, and security is obviously a major issue. It's a situation where, what else is there? I mean, you've got a wireless MIDI is a reality today. MIDI it's old, you know, it's 50 years old, and it's still the best doggone tech in the world. It was simple, it was purpose built, and you know, and now it's expanded in so many. Again, that three-dimensional chessboard. I'll use that analogy again because it really does apply itself, you know, to that type of environment, computing environment. So yeah, I think you're going to see it will be wireless. I think it's going to be wireless MIDI, and even if the processing isn't local, at least if we can get it transmitted to a DAW like one of our slick audio boxes, then we can do, my God, whatever you want to do in tiny little machines, you know, that are this big.
Hi, I'm Gabriel Aldort. We're here at Yamaha World SummerNAMM 2018. It's my first SummerNAMM. We're going to be talking about music technology, music education, and of course weave synthesis in there too. I've been an independent contractor for Yamaha since 2005, and I work for 2 different divisions of Yamaha. I'm a trainer for the Pro Music division, so all the synthesizers and drums and electronic drums, guitars, the live sound equipment, portable keyboards, and I'm also a demonstrator for the electronic keyboard division on high-end clavinovas and digital pianos. And I'm an artist in New York City. I'm a New York City sponsored subway musician.
In your opinion, how do you think is the best way to introduce music technology in elementary school?
It's really important now that in an era where music and arts budgets have been cut for years in schools, that we're seeing, I think, a new resurgence thanks to the fact that technology kind of exponentially becomes more cost effective. We have a portable keyboard, the TSR-E 263 that is, I don't know, $120 that has so many features packed into it. Now, it's not a synthesizer. You can't go in there and pick apart sounds and create new sounds, but it's a great way to dip your toe in to music technology. Now, going back to your question, it makes me think of when I was in elementary school, we had old, like TSR-80 computers, okay? And we started to learn how to program in BASIC. Yeah, that would have been the 70s, so everything was analog. There were no digital keyboards yet. I mean, ideally, as a dreamer and an idealist, if the government could mandate, as they do for education, the framework of our public school education, there's a lot of focus on being in band in elementary school and junior high. And of course, Yamaha has the largest presence because we make nearly every instrument in an orchestra. We make incredible student instruments, but there's no synthesizers, there's no technology in an orchestra. So to have, on the fundamental level, a school would have to invest in a lab of keyboards, and then they would have to weave it into their curriculum. And it would really, that's the only way you're going to transform the next generation of kids to get into music technology. I was talking with my mentor, Bad Mr. Phil Clendenin, about this back when we released the DX7, and it was such a ripple in a shockwave in the industry because no one had ever seen anything like FM synthesis before, and the ability to be able to save presets and having to learn about the harmonic table and how FM worked, how to program FM, and how incredibly diverse it is that you can create so many different types of sounds with these basic operators, these building blocks. He said if Yamaha had approached colleges back then to have courses in programming in FM.
Welcome to the SummerNAMM show in Nashville, Tennessee. My name is Andrew with Hal Leonard, here to talk about mobile technology products. With more and more musicians, content creators, voiceover artists, and electronic musicians using mobile technology, your phone, your tablet, your laptop on the road, either traveling or just as a primary content creation device, the quality audio and audio conversion technology is key for that type of customer. So we represent a number of products. Samson makes an ideal product called the G-Track Pro, you see here, that functions both as a microphone, but it also has an instrument input. So for a singer-songwriter or somebody that has multiple inputs, you can still capture your voice whilst also capturing another instrument with a 1/4-inch input. For guitarists and bassists on the road that need the absolute highest conversion and studio quality, maybe they're a gigging musician that's out on the road and they need to lay down some overdubs or tracks for a project they're working on, the Apogee Jam and also the Apogee One. Apogee has been known for having the highest quality converters and highest fidelity sound in a lot of their products that are both compatible with Mac, PC, and iOS devices. For someone that's a gigging musician, a solo singer-songwriter, they're playing out and they're working on cover songs. AirTurn makes a number of products that work really well over Bluetooth for page turning. So they have actually 2 products that can be adapted. You can customize the function of each of the Bluetooth controls to turn pages, stop and start playback of songs. You can integrate them into a studio setup to trigger backing tracks or to start playback and record for someone that's working in a studio by themselves. And then they also make a number of products to help you mount your mobile device to a microphone stand design or something for performance. IK Multimedia is one of our #1 partners. They make almost exclusively mobile recording products. They have a new one called the Nano Amp that, in addition to being a hookup to your smartphone or tablet for recording, you can also play through a number of amp models and sounds for your guitar, so you can have some auditory feedback without having to use headphones. They have a number of products as well for being able to integrate your mobile device into a stand application for Bluetooth page turners, for video applications as well. They have a stabilizer for improving the quality of video taken on a smart device, an iPad, that also integrates with microphone preamp. And then the #1 best-selling USB microphone on the market right now is the Blue Snowball. The product that we have here comes bundled with PreSonus Studio One Artist software for really the highest quality recording and editing.